Hi you guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome to Coffee Paper Scissors. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit more on the file folder thing that we're making. I'm not quite sure what to call it. I am going to be putting a journal inside of it, so it itself isn't going to be a journal, but I want it to have a lot of things that are flipping from it. So I don't know, a good name for it, but we're going to get started gluing some things down on there in just a minute. The papers that I'm going to be using, other than some scrapbook paper that I'm using to cover it, are from Creative Muse Digitals, and I bought two kits. It's Poppies For You #1 and Poppies For You #3. I looked and I could not find a #2. So I'm thinking at one point there was a #2, but she changed it and maybe it became #3 and she got rid of #2. I'm not quite sure. I did send her a message today to see if there was at one point a #2 that she just decided not to have on there anymore. Maybe it was, fussy cut stuff. I don't know. And I would probably be interested if it was still there. But anyway, I bought the Poppies For You #1 and 3, and I will put the links below for those if you're interested. I believe, since I don't have it up right now, I believe that the Poppies For You 1 were pages like this that were not really for writing on. And then Poppies For You 3, I think, were pages like this that are for writing on. And I could have those mixed up. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, like I said, the links will be below if you're interested. My printer does not print all the way, so I had to make it as big as my printer would print it, and then I had to trim around, and then I went ahead, I left some of the white edge all the way around and inked it with Vintage Photo. So that's what you're seeing around the edge. I did that part. So anyway, I will go through and show you. I have these separated on purpose into what is going to be signatures, so I don't want to mess up the order. But here's this so far. This, and then this is just like a, I don't know, I mean, I'm planning on putting like pockets and things on top of it. I love the colors, the red and the blue together. And I've not done a red journal before, or blue. So, or I've done blue, but I've not done like this color of blue. Anyway, I just thought they were really pretty. So writing page. So again, I'm not quite sure, Poppy 1 or 2, I mean 3. So just go look and see what you think you might like. Very pretty though. There's like delicate looking pearls and doily back inside of there. I like the books. I think they're really pretty. I can't remember exactly how many pages are in each one, maybe 6 or something like that. I don't remember. But I do think they're very pretty. So there's one, and then that one's a repeat that I did. They're not repeated in the kit. I did it again as a backing to that one. I'm probably mixing up the order, like if I wanted them up or down, I'm probably putting them down the wrong way, so that's all right. Again, I've repeated, so don't think she did that, I did that. Okay, so each of the digital images, you know, that are in each one, they're somewhere within these 2 signatures that I've shown you. So like I said, go ahead and check out the link if you're interested. They were not expensive. I don't remember the price, but not expensive at all. Sorry, I just took a drink of coffee. Okay, so last night I tried to find, okay, so yeah, I don't have a lot of scrapbook paper that goes with these colors. It's not real common to find red scrapbook paper in the packs that you can buy. And then if so, they were maybe floral but not poppy, or a cartoony floral instead of a real looking floral. I don't know. So I went through and I found, I think that this paper pack works well as long as I'm not using the roses, because I don't think I want to mix my flower theme. But I'm going to be using pages out of here, and I got this recently, I would say within the last couple of months or few months at Joann Fabric. And so that's what I'm using to cover what I have so far. So let's go ahead and get started on that. I went ahead and covered the edges here. I know that's probably really close for you, because that was very tedious and I didn't want to waste video time trying to do this. So like for this, I had to sit it on the page and kind of draw a line to make an outline of where to do the cut. And then I still had to kind of trace and recut and stuff like that. So, but anyway, that's what I did on the sides and on the bottom. And I used this paper from that paper pack, the scraps from cutting, you know, to cover this part. Anyway, so let's go ahead and glue this down. I left that because it's going to be covered, so I don't have a problem with that. I'm going to grab a book to put down inside there so that I can push my glue down. I did go ahead and ink around everything already. And this is going to be a lot of glue. And just a reminder, you guys, I am very much learning or not learning, deciding what I'm going to do as I go. So if you see something that doesn't look right, or you think that's never going to work, you may very well be right. And I'll probably come to that realization in, you know, like a future video and then fix that problem. But this isn't, I've done this before, and look at this really cool thing I made. This is a, let's see if we can make something cool together, you know? So I'm just, don't want you to be disappointed, I guess is why I'm saying that. So I'm just gonna stick a book down inside of there so I'm not mashing it to get that glue stick. In the last few videos, Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah has been making one of her Flippy folio thingies. I can't remember exactly what she called it, but so very cool. She's done it with a whole bunch of coffee dyed envelopes. If you haven't been watching, you should go look. I love the way she layers and putting all of those envelopes in the way she does. I'm turning my book around. Hopefully that's not real loud for you guys. Anyway, she's nearly done. I don't know. I think she was saying she thought she was gonna finish it on her own, but she was putting lace on with us this morning. Anyway, very pretty. I like everything she does though, so. And she's the sweetest. lady. So sweet. I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but for Christmas, she had made a series of videos, and she had done a digital kit that she was offering to people for free, with the idea that there were many people who were gonna probably be alone for the holiday, and she, you know, thought, well, I'll give you something to do. So here's a free digi kit, and here's something you could make with it. And I just thought, you know, who thinks of things like that? Well, she does. She really is so sweet, I think. Anyway, I get a lot of my inspiration from her. I don't know if it looks like I do, but I watch her and my eyes get all, you know, big, and I don't know what the right term is. I get googly-eyed over some of her designs and her layering and stuff like that, and then I go and I try to mimic it. And I know that it doesn't look exactly like it, but I guess it shouldn't either. Who, you know, shouldn't totally look like somebody else's stuff, but definitely get the inspiration from her. And maybe it would be nice if she could come and paint my nails all the time like she paints her own. I have no patience for it. She must have quick dry fingernail polish or something. I don't know. She always has her nails painted, and you can tell she's wearing nice clothes too, because you can see it. You can see her sleeves and stuff like that. And you guys, me too. I am wearing a beautiful dress right now. I lie. Okay, so I just cut out some squares to go on these little flaps here that we made together, and I'm gluing those down. Let's see, let's turn it around. Seems to be easier to get it up in the corner that way. The pages, the little bits and pieces on here are going all different directions, so I'm not sure it matters which way that goes, but okay. I'm gonna leave that in there while I actually will go ahead and glue this part on. There's just a tiniest little bit of print right there, so I knew that was the right way to put it. There were other kits I saw. I guess, you know, poppies were probably a thing there for a little while, because I think this is a little bit older kit. I don't remember, maybe a year or so ago. And I noticed there were several other poppy themed kits. And like I said, I haven't been doing this for a long time, so I have not really been aware of all of the different crazes that have come and gone. So I'm probably, you know, 2 years late on my theme, but oh well, I wanted to do it. Make sure that still closes. Yeah. One of the things that I find really difficult when I'm doing things that are layered up like this is closures, because I'm going to be wanting to put closures of some sort on most of the flips, and so you'll need to be able to put that sort of thing underneath something. And so I have to kind of try and think, even though I don't know what I'm going to do yet, I have to kind of pre-think out how I might want this closed and glue that down before I put the next layer, if that makes sense. And that is a little bit stressful because I just really don't know. Okay, so if you guys are doing this with me, I had put the, where it closes, I had used the part of the file folder that has the score lines, and I just, you know, I kind of bended them to make sure that there's a little bit of a curve. And now I'm going to be gluing some paper over the top of that. Once I get my paper glued on, I'm going to bend it, I think that way, because I remember one time I tried to line up score marks. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. So I'm going to try and do it after putting the glue on and getting it stuck down. And hopefully it works out for us. Lots and lots of glue. Makes my hand tired. Okay. So I was talking about Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. The free digital things. She has her website. That's where they are if you're interested in going and looking. Sorry, this is really up in your face, but I'm putting that book down inside of there so I can push down. Anyway, yeah, her website, which, you know, I don't know it exactly. Something, she has said it several times, something like shabbydabbydoodah.uk.co or .co.uk or something like that. I don't know, but I'm sure it's on her YouTube channel down in the description box. But she does have free several free digitals. One, I don't know if she has, yeah, she actually has full kits. If you guys, you know, haven't watched and didn't know that, she has a few full kits, or at least a couple. So anyway, she's just the sweetest lady, I think. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over now and really try to, you know, my bone folder somewhere. Okay, and so I want it to really adhere where the little folds are. And then I thought I would kind of while it's wet before it really stiffens up, and just kind of put the curve in there. Okay, and I need this curve too, but I'm thinking I might use, I've got this metal ruler. I think that might be, because it's kind of thin, might be good to use there. Okay. So I think that's good. And I will end up putting something, well, there's going to be stuff. So I don't know, but that isn't going to be left just like that. Okay, so we have that opens, and then this opens. And I want to put something here. And so I was sitting here looking at it before coming on, and I think that what we're going to do is add something with this. I'm going to cut it to be maybe, let's see, which ruler do I want? I'm going to do about 8 inches, I think. Let's see. No, I'm going to do about 7 inches, because what I'm going to be putting down I want to leave open, and I want to have some space here for access. So we're going to do about 7 inches here. Okay, I'm going to scoot this out of the way. And then I'm just going to cut off the, let me see, this edge here. These, all of the folders that I'm using are used, you know, I'm recycling them, but I know that they have folders, or normally they have folders at the Dollar Tree or whatever it's called. I will forever call it Dollar Store or Dollar Tree and not be sure which one it actually is. Anyway, they have packets of folders there, maybe 10 folders for $1 or so. You know, I'm not too concerned about going through them. So I'm just going to fold this down so that it overlaps like this. And Artist made a comment in my last video about how the paper cutters aren't good. Yeah, Artist, it didn't work out. It's not, you know, one side's wider than the next. So yeah, you are correct. Just gonna trim that down a little bit. None of my paper cutters cut precisely, and it is not user error. I can promise you that. It could not possibly be user error. Okay, so I thought that might be fun to do something like this here, and then there'll be, you know, stuff. You can put stuff here, or I could put stuff here. I don't know, for some reason I feel like it would be fun to have it this way. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have it coming out this way. Okay, I'm gonna ink it. here in my town, they do an annual yard sale thing, and it coincides with an event to raise money for the seniors for their senior all-nighter that they do each year. Of course, it was canceled last year due to COVID, and you know, as I talked about then, that was my son's senior year, so he missed out on lots of fun things, but that's all right. He got over it. Anyway, they are going ahead with most of the events this year. I mean, so far they're planning to. Who knows what'll happen in a month and a half or 2 months from now. Who knows? But anyway, the yard sale thingy is supposed to be this weekend. And, well, for one thing, because of, I said before, I've been, you know, trying to reorganize in my craft room and stuff like that. And so I'm realizing that I have more than I can use, and I don't need to buy anything for a while. I mean, maybe if it's something I have none of, you know, like an embellishment of sorts or something like that, I can see. But I don't need any more boxes of fabric bits, you know, that sort of thing. I just don't. I don't need any more paper packs of scrapbook paper. I don't know. I have too much already. And so I'm kind of not even tempted, and I feel guilty, like I'm supposed to go and I'm gonna miss out. But at the same time, there's a 90% chance of rain tomorrow, and I really feel bad for them. That happened a couple of years ago when they had it. It just rained and rained the whole day. Okay, so let's put this down. So I'm gonna glue it I'm just gonna glue it here and here so that I can have things long or short. Now, I feel like maybe I should glue it down the center so that something stops, but what if I want something long in there? Yeah, I'm just gonna do top and bottom so that I have the option. Put just a little bit more. Yeah, so I don't know. And I did see somebody posted on the Facebook page about it, that they were going to start their sale today rather than, you know, it's supposed to happen on Saturday because of the rain. And I thought, I wonder how many people are doing that. And so I'm sitting here thinking there are yard sales going on out there. And then at the same time, I'm thinking, Stephanie, you don't need it. You don't need it. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen today. I might end up at a yard sale. Okay, so that will open like this. And, you know, space through here to put something. I do not know what I'm going to do here yet. So what I'm thinking is we'll go kind of a little bit at a time. So in case you're doing this with me, you can add whatever flips that I'm adding. You can add those and, you know, find paper and stuff like that so that I don't get too far ahead of you. Okay, I want to put more on the back side. And you guys, I haven't done this before, so this might be an absolute disaster. I have no idea whatsoever, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm thinking, you know how one side is shorter than the other? I want them to be big and like nearly the full way. I think. Yeah. Let's see. So I'm just going to take another one and cut off the curved part. And then, yeah, pretty much right to the fold. Okay. And we are going to let's see here, pencil. Thinking right around here. I'm going to score it. It's ish, right around ish here. So I'll just kind of go oopsie upward on that score line. Close enough. Really loud, I'm sure. Sorry about that. And I don't need all of this much extra, but I might actually give it just a little bit of a, what is it called, a gusset? Let's see. Not a real big one, just maybe just the next line over, so that when I put stuff down into it, it'll hopefully lay a little bit flatter. But I do have a feeling that it's going to be bulky no matter what I do. Okay. All right, and then I don't need, like I said, I don't need all of this, so we'll just cut some of that off. So it looks like maybe 3/4 of an inch to glue down. So I'm thinking about, so I'm trying to think of in the future when I want this to close. I'm going to put another one over this side. Okay, I might want this just maybe 1/2 inch shorter. I keep on saying, remember, this is just a winging it thing, because I just know somebody's going to be watching and saying, she doesn't know what she's doing. And you are correct that I do not, and that is the point. So I am just trying to figure it out as I go, because honestly, that's how, you know, really fun things get made anyway. It's not like somebody knew right from the beginning what they were going to make. You know, they kind of figured it out as they went at one point or another. So yeah. I'm just getting some ink on there. I'm not trying to make it pretty or anything. It's going to be mostly covered. There's a little bit of tape from being used previously. It's going to be mostly covered with paper. And so I'm just getting the edge covered is all I'm really concerned about right now. And that will definitely be easier to do before it gets glued down. So have any of you guys gone for any yard sales yet? I think I told you guys last week that I attempted to go with my sister. I guess I will put, and there wasn't much, but that I wasn't trying real hard either. So I think that's the key. I did go into a thrift store the other day and I found another piece of furniture for my craft room. So I have one wall kind of done, but like the organizational type things that I was planning on putting on the shelves, those aren't entirely done yet. So I haven't shown you guys because it's still just partially complete. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down, and I'm gonna have it so that it's coming in, I think, just slightly from the side, so you can still see a little bit of the scrapbook paper underneath. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of ink on the side of this before I glue that down. Okay. Dried glue, hold on just a second. Sometimes I'm in the mood to make something out of file folders, and I'll take several of them out and I'll sit at my desk and play with them, and I'll bend and fold and lay, and then I just give up because it is kind of a puzzle and hard to come up with, it for me anyway, ideas of how to get it to work because of bulk and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going for it this time. Okay, that book is inside of there, so I'm just going to let it slide down over to the side. So I have something a little bit more to push on. I really want the edges to stick down well. Okay. I want to put one on this side as well. See, now here's when it would be a good idea if I actually did some measuring, because I don't really know what I want to do here. Okay, I'm going to take another one. And do the same thing. pretty much to the fold. This one was really used. That looks just about right. That's good. Okay. And then I'm thinking that however I go about folding it, maybe we'll have it around there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the part that I glue first. So about 1/2 inch, just about, I mean, not exactly. That's probably enough. And then a little bit of some give, just a little bit. Okay, and then so that would be kind of there, and I would want it to close and overlap. Where's the pencil again? Maybe leaving, let's just say 3/4 of an inch-ish from this here. This here. I don't even know if you're on camera. Okay, I have to ink it. And then that will probably be all we'll do today, and I'll find more papers to kind of cover, you know, the base, and figure out, you know, more pockets and things like that. For the next video. One of the things that I really struggle with is I can make pockets and all that kind of stuff. I struggle with filling them up once I've made them. And so I'm really getting myself into trouble. I can tell already that I'm going to be having lots of things to fill. So is that something you guys struggle with too? Alrighty, almost finished. After I had put this together, you know, to a point last night, it made, a couple of you guys said briefcase, but it also, and it definitely does make me think briefcase, but I also kind of thought purse a little bit. So, I mean, it wasn't at all like the thought that I was going for, but see, you just never know what it's going to end up being when you get started, do you? Okay, so I will glue this one down just as I did the other one, kind of in a little bit, so you can see the paper underneath. Did I tell you guys I got a new light? I don't know if it makes any difference. I sit, you know, like I've said before, in front of a window, so I feel like there's plenty of light anyway, but I got one of those lights, and it's not on the brightest one right now. I think it's pretty good. Let's see. I'm gonna have to put it down and then line it up, I think, with the other ones so that they don't, you know, hit in the wrong place. That looks good. Hey, I got lucky. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing next, but there's so far what we have. And, you know, opens here. So I don't know. We will find out together. Okay, hold it down like that. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'm going to get to work on what we might do next. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.